Hi everybody, this is Ellen. I have another tutorial for you, and this time I'm going to show you how to make this one. I had a lot of trouble picking out a name for it because when I look at it I kind of see like a damask pattern, just kind of how it's all frilly and then comes down to a point, but it doesn't quite fit that way, and I think that'd be kind of a hard bracelet name to find, I guess. So but then I look at it too and I kind of see like little snow cones or ice cream cones, or and this one particularly I see like little flowers, like the yellow would be the flower and then the green stem, and they're just kind of put on top of each other. So I think for ease of finding this, we're going to go with the stacked flowers bracelet, but obviously the color choices are going to make the difference in what it looks like. But I think that's a good name for now, and that's what I'm going to go with. So I'm going to show you how to make this. It is on one loom, and again I need 16 of these little circle spots that we make, or little hexagons, to fit my wrist comfortably. You might not need that many. You can fit 11 on one loom length, so you'll have to extend it, and I'll show you how to do that. It's fairly simple. It is a very similar banding layout, or it's very similar to a banding layout for another bracelet of mine, but it's just in how you loop it that makes the difference in what it looks like. And I mean we could also change, now looking at it again, I think I even saw like Shredder's face from the Ninja Turtles in here once too, but the different colors, you could even just get like an arrow pattern in here. So if you changed all the banding up in here for the white into like a black, and then just had the white arrow, you could have little arrows down on the side too. So I mean, it's the color changes would definitely make a different look for this bracelet. So, but we'll show you how to make it. So like I said, one loom, normal setup. It's just basically layered hexagons, and I'm going to try making this one a little bit differently so that we can see what it looks like in a different color combination. But we're going to start at our beginning here, and we're going to lay a little hexagon pattern. And just going to go around. So up one side, and then up the other side. So a little hexagon first. And then we need to make a kind of partial starburst pattern in here from the center. But we're going to go out to these 5 pins around. I'll show you. So like that. And that's what each one of these will look like. And then we're going to go and we'll do another one, and it's going to come over half of this one we just laid. So this will be the starting point for the next hexagon. We're going to lay it right over the top. Like this. And then we lay those same filler bands to the 5 pins. Like that. And we just keep repeating this down the loom. So this is our starting point again, the center. Make the little hexagon. And fill up the inside. That. And another hexagon. fill up the inside. Like that. And just keep pushing the bands down. We don't actually loop through a ton at a time, so that's not really an issue, but you just kind of got to keep them down so you can get them all on the pins. So I'll probably just keep going. I might speed it up a little bit in the editing process, but just the same pattern all the way down the loom. And like I said, you can get 11 of them in there. We do something a little bit different with the last one we lay on. I'll show you that when we get there. Alright, so I'm starting my last one. Just lay out the hexagon pattern in the center just like usual. So there's the hexagon. Here's the center. And then what we want to do on this last one is we want to put an end cap on the middle one here. I think I'll triple wrap that. And then you want an end cap here as well. I would also triple wrap that. So that is all the laying of the bands that we need to do. So I'm going to turn my loom around and we'll start looming out. And we'll start by doing the center. So go in through the end cap and grab the top band and pull it back towards itself, and do that for the one that's all the way around. Like that. And then for this one, we're just going to go in through the end cap, grab the top band, and loom around. And then just make sure when you get to these top two bands up here that you're just on the top layer of bands and you're not grabbing below that. So there we just did the top layer of the first hexagon. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pop off this corner and this corner and then just leave the rest of it on. So we'll go in through here, the center of this next hexagon, and we'll loom out all of these bands. And then what you're going to do is we're actually going to go in through the center of our last little kind of starburst here, where these bands are underneath, and you're just going to grab the top one and pull it over, and then loom up the rest of this side. And then again, make sure you're only getting the top layer when you get to this band over here. And then you do the same thing on this side. So in through that middle end cap, grab the bands and loom them up. Just like that. And now we're going to go up. You're going to pop off the bands that are covering up this corner of the next hexagon. So they're like that. So we kind of end up with these like little triangles after we're done going up the loom. But then your next one here, the next hexagon, you go in through the center, loom out the middle bands, like that. And then the center again from the last hexagon where our bands are underneath, you go in through there and just loom that, pull it up and over, and loom up the sides. So like that. So again, we need to pop off the sides right here and loom out from the center. And then come back here where these bands are from the bottom of the hexagon. Pull them up and over. And then again, pull off the sides. And go in through the center and the next hexagon. And then come back through here. Just keep doing the same pattern over and over. Just don't forget to take off these sides before you do the centers of the next hexagon, because otherwise they'll this part will get stuck up here. But you kind of see how we have little triangles. So if you kind of look down and you don't see that, then I would check to see where you forgot to take that side off. So back in through the center. Then through here, which is the center of the last hexagon. Pop off the sides, going through the middle, and back here for the hexagon. Sides. and the hexagon. Sides, middle, hexagon, sides again, and then the hexagon, then the middle, oops, sides, then middle. And now the hexagon. Alright, so that's the end. Everything is loomed. So then we can just take this off. So you put your hook through this open point here and pull this off. If you want first, you can go back and pull these off. Makes it a little easier to get off the loom. It's not totally necessary, but easy is always good. Alright, now I'll stick our hook in here. So there's what we have this time. So I mean, looks different than all the other ones, and it's the same pattern, just different coloring, which is cool. I'll show you too how these centers right here, like if you look on this bracelet, I made sure I went back and fixed them all so they were together. On this one, because you just kind of pull them over, they don't necessarily go together the first time correctly. So you kind of have to poke them back together like these ones are. And I'll show you what I do with those. But first I'll show you how to extend it. You'll take your loom, and like I said, you can get 11 of these on one bracelet, or on one loom, and I know that I need 16 for my wrist, so I just kind of imagined 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then where the sixth one started, that's where I started laying, so I could get 5 more on here. You don't have to do it that way, but I just like being able to attach my bracelet towards the end of the loom because it's easier. But you just lay the same exact pattern, except for on the last one we don't put any end caps on because we take this bracelet that we made already and we just attach it on here. This time it is going to make a little adjustments, but so the open end is going to go onto the center of this hexagon. So get the open end on there. And then we need to get the center of this bracelet onto the pin because so we can pull the bands up through it. It's not too bad to do, but you can just get your hook in through the center, kind of stretch it out. So once you just get it on there, doesn't have to be super perfect, but I'd keep my finger or something over the top of this so while you're manipulating this one, this doesn't pop off up here. Once you get that on there, then you're good to go to finish the rest of the bracelet. So you'll start by going in through here in the middle and looming out all the center. And then you need to go in through this spot here to get the under stuff. And it is tighter because there isn't anything else pulling these back out of the way. So just kind of take your time finding the right band. But then just loom up the hexagon. But then you'll repeat the same pattern all the way down the rest of this. I'll finish this up real quick and then I'll show you how to fix the middle parts. Alright, so I have that all finished up. Take it off the loom here. Yikes. Guess my C-clip missed a couple things. Or I did. Maybe just one. Save. Alright, so it's hard to believe these are all actually the same bracelet or same banding. So the colors where you place the bands definitely makes the difference. So for the centers here, all I usually do is take my hook, and go through these bands that come up through the center of the previous one, and I just kind of pull them over until they're in the center and they're not kind of separated by the underbands. So that kind of helps bring that design point together. There isn't really a good way to do it while you're looming just because of how the bands stretch, and when they come together they want to do what they want to do. And you'll have to do it on the back side too if you want to have that on the same on both sides. So you just have to kind of make it a little pretty at the end, but you just kind of get that pattern with them close together all the way down. This is the tutorial for my right now stacked flower bracelet. I hope you like it. It's definitely cute and so many possibilities for what it could be with just the different color banding. But thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe so you can see when I have new things coming out. Show me your pictures on Instagram and my Facebook. I like to see what people do with them. That's the coolest part. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.